Southern Oregon kart track to test out a kart that Craig, our friend who runs the kart track, wants a few of us to buy. So there will be a group of people out here that have the same type of karts. I'm not so interested in like kart racing, but it is a very effective training tool, and with the way things are right now, with like 9-month gaps between me racing and being in a race car,
camera's just gonna be shaky.
It'd be smart to have something that I can get into. So we're gonna go see if we like this thing. It's been raining all weekend, so there'll probably be puddles on the track, and I'm driving somebody else's cart that Craig's letting me try out, so I'm just gonna go kind of feel it out and see if it's something I can see myself using.
We do live in Oregon. Rain is one of those things that we just have to deal with.
And I love the rain. If it was my cart, I had gone out 3 hours ago when it was pouring and put rain tires on it.
Yeah,
it's not mine, so I kind of have to be thoughtful.
You are a good rain driver. This is one thing we know about Derek DeBoer, the race car driver. And look at the camera shaking. How annoying. Like, who would make it like that? I've personally seen how hard it is for Derek to be away from racing. Living in a small town without access to the big tracks, this is the next best thing.
Safety first. I look like a nerd in this old thing. It's like a bag on me. And it's kind of wet out there, so I won't get my clothes for dinner all nasty. No, I brought Craig a hat. I'm properly suited for my 5 laps of trying out the kart. Is Brooke saying I look like the Michelin Man in that old thing? Early on, I did make Brooke and my girls a deal that I'd always wear the proper safety gear. There's no sense getting hurt if something dumb happens, and it just sometimes does in racing.
It's gonna be slick. Oh yeah, so just know that.
This kart is a CRG chassis with a 125 Rotax engine. It's a simple, reliable, and easy to use kart, and that's really what I need it to be. It's got a really good power to weight ratio, which makes it really similar to being in a car.
I got a river running through the middle of it in the rain, so I'm sorry. It's gonna have to be. I'm not though. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you are. I'm sure you are, but it's so muddy out there. If you guys go off the track, it's big trouble.
Safety first? I'm not convinced.
I'm sorry, I can't. It's too unsafe.
Derek, cover your camera. I've always got the camera rolling. Wouldn't want to miss anything.
We were definitely pushing to be out there today with all the rain and puddles, so I took my time getting up to speed, seeing where the dangerous spots were, and trying to behave myself in the borrowed kart. Karting really does keep you sharp. Things happen so fast in a kart. For me, it really makes the world feel like it slows down once I'm actually in the real race car. I can't wait to get consistently training in this thing. I think it's going to make a big difference.
How was that?
That was fun. This reminds me, it's fun getting behind the wheel of anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Be a good little training item to have. I appreciate it, man. That was 45 minutes out of our day, so it's stupid that if I can afford to have a kart and have the track this close to our house and I'm not using that to train in. Craig just said if you can afford it, it's like the best training tool. There's a lot of guys either can't afford it or don't have access to a track that close, or they're not physically in shape enough to do it. I mean, that was as hard as most CrossFit workouts that we do. Like, I'm worn out. Tired.
Really?
Yeah. Like my arms, my neck,
Wow. And was it fun?
super fun. So I'm getting kind of tired of going to the gym all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's painful.
Well, if you just mix it up, you use the gym and then you do this and you do a run one day
And there's just no replacement for car control. Like sliding a car around, sliding a cart around, and staying in tune with that feeling is really important. You can't get that anywhere else.
And what's Craig's experience? He owns the kart track here, but he has a lot of experience, right?
Yeah, some racing himself, but he really moved to being a mechanic, and he was a mechanic at the very top end of karting over in Europe and Italy. And there's still a few people in the US that pay him to travel to races to tune, wrench on their karts. And he's been out of it for a while, and I can tell he's totally back in his element. You know, he's happy, he's doing what he loves to do.
Yeah. It's nice to see people doing what they love to do. It's just a whole different story, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, good.
Okay.
Good mission then. Mission accomplished.
That was good.
Stay tuned. We'll let you know what kart he ends up with. Thank you for following Fastlife TV. Please consider subscribing by clicking on our logo on the right-hand side of the screen. We love your likes and shares.